Well, hello, everybody. I'm waiting for Willow to pop up immediately, because he normally does. Let me flip over the stream right about now. And guess what? We passed 50,000 channel views. I'm pretty excited. I'll probably pop up this image more than once during the stream to show off. Not really to show off, because, like, yeah, it's not that big of a deal, but after 3 years, that's amazing. I'm really happy with that. So, let's get into this. Today, it's probably going to be a short stream like the past 2 days. Once again, I don't have weed, but we have a brand new thing to start working on today. We unlocked the Level 3 Research and Development Center yesterday. I should probably check my own stream, considering I didn't get a notification from it. That's no bueno. Hey, Willow! I was expecting you to be here a few seconds ago. The stream apparently is very slow on sending out its notification. In fact, I haven't even got mine yet. What the hell? Pop up my phone and flip it on over, figure out what the hell's going on, see if I actually have my stream live. I assume I do. I do indeedy. What's up, Trey? Guys, check it out. I know you probably just missed it, but check it out. I have 50,000 channel views. Woo! I'm excited. Alright, cool. I'm good enough. Looks like the stream is indeed running. Let me... Yep, cool. Tossing my own little like on the video so that if I have a green leaf, it's alright. And then on we go. Let me take... Oops. Let me take off that thing. And... Blam! Now you look too late. You had mine? Oh, nice. And you are on time, Trey. Welcome. So you'll notice, we have a very large research center. It is huge, and we're going to go on a spending spree. We have 3,000 science, which means we could theoretically buy 6 things that are, we need that right off the bat. We need our big rockets, because I want to start fiddling with the big rockets. That would be fun. Grab that. 550 research down. Let's see here. High performance fuel systems. High performance? What is that? Nobody believed or even asked for an even larger fuel tank than already the enormous, stepped up the sanity-defying 14,400 model. Carrying fully twice as much fuel as before, this fuel tank may just pack enough propellant to justify its proportionally enormous cost. Oh, that cost 13 grand. Your brother has a concert he has to be in, so rip. Alright, well, see you later, Willow. Hopefully you can get here later. I don't know if we necessarily need these giant fuel tanks just yet. I'm gonna save it, because that's 500 science. Advanced aerodynamics. We don't really need. What is these? Rockomax Hubmax multi-point connector. The hell is a Rockomax Hubmax? Rockets and Explosions. When it was unveiled at the 3rd annual Rockets and Explosions Festival, the Hubmax multi-point connector caused several patrons to die of shock on the spot. All my life, I thought rocket parts could be placed one way, up, but Rockomax today has shattered that notion. Oh, goodness. Those are all just, yeah, they're stack couplers. Stack tri-adapter. Oh, those are stack decouplers. No, they're just stacks. Weird. I guess it's just to add more stuff. That's a clampable docking port senior. Nice. So the biggest version of the docking port. We probably don't need that just yet. Let's see. High altitude flight. Nope, not yet. Experimental aerodynamics. Ooh. Do we have one that has... I do indeed. We might want that because I could finish my rocket ship. You're doing math homework while listening to the stream? Well, awesome. I appreciate you dropping by. Hopefully I don't distract you too much, Trey. So I bought that one. I don't know if it's good or not. And we probably won't use it too much in our actual career. But I had to get it for that exactly right there. The Mark III rocket fuel fuselage. Whether it's short, long, it doesn't matter. It has liquid fuel and oxidizer, which means we could put that on our space shuttle and be able to run our engines a lot longer. What's up, Rybear? How's it going, man? Field science. I don't really want to do that yet. Anything good here? Convertotron, the mobile press. Ooh, that would be very useful. When operated by a skilled engineer, you will be able to operate with better efficiency. These modules operate best at their ideal operating temperatures and features auto shutdown in the excess. Ooh, so it overheats. Huh. But, wait, what does it say? It can take raw materials, even trace amounts of oxygen. Okay, cool. So it does make fuel. So I'd need that, and I'd need a drill. There's the drill. Cool. So we can probably get a fueling center up pretty quick. What's down here? Dawn Electric Propulsion System. Nice! Fucking awesome! We now have the ion stuff. That is fucking amazing. We could really use that. How much? What does it use? Propellants, electric charge, oh. It needs xenon gas. Shit! I was hoping it only worked off electricity, but that does not seem the case. I bet it uses xenon at a really low rate. Yeah, it's 0.4 per second max, so it would mean I would be able to run that thing for nearly 10,000 seconds. That is worth it. We're going to buy that one. Advanced Unmanned Tech. I kind of want that. I really want the HECS, but I'm not certain. Hey, what's up? It's Toka, and GG on 50k views. Well, thank you very much, man. Let's see here. Automation, is it anything good in here? No, just communicatrons and drone cores. Data transmitter. That'd be a lot better of a relay antenna if we wanted to make better satellites, so maybe that's worth it. What's in the last one? Just the remote guidance unit. Well, at that point, 1S and LO1. I think I'm going to go for Advanced Unmanned Tech. We still have 800 science, so I can only do one more of these. What is this? Fuel cell array! That's kind of cool. Why just have one fuel cell when you can have 6? The fuel cell array is ideal for situations where you need a large source of reliable power, like the smaller fuel cells. This array operates by converting fuel and oxidizer into energy. Oh, nice. So, I could just... I don't really need that, but it's... that I could use. 4,000 electrical charge. I'm taking it. Thank you. And we're out of science. There goes all 3,000 science. Well, we have 270 left, but still, 3,000 science. What's up, Aaron? And thank you very much. Leave facility, and on we go. Do we have any contracts? I don't really want... Actually, how much? Good lord, that is nearly $1.3 million. So I guess we're going to Duna today. Is there anything else? I don't want to go to Ike yet because I haven't built the rocket that can get to Ike, and I think that would be more of a stoner stream than my sober streams. Duna's going to be a pain in the ass, but we could do it, and that would get us back all of our money. We only have 365 grand right now, and that's not a lot. So, explains surface. How much does it want me to expand that? Is currently landed on Minas, currently sports 15, and does not have any pilots. So I need to upgrade it by 5 people, have a pilot, maintain stability for 10 seconds, and ensure the outpost has an antenna, docking port, and can generate power. I can do that. I'm curious if we should try to dock something on top of that outpost. Oh, no, that'd be better when we get our rovers. I think, maybe it was It's Toka? No, I did not get any more weed yet, unfortunately, Aaron. I'll be getting that maybe tomorrow or the next day. I'm not certain. My dealer is still not back in Texas. So I guess that's all we have to do. I would like to do this later, but it only gets me 200 grand, so... yeah, I think I'm going to stick with what I've got. Let's do this. We need a new base on Duna to make $1 million. Let's open... This should be pretty simple, but considering my past 3 streams have almost led me into a fit of rage, I'm not so certain. Aaron's Ike Station. I forgot we made you a... You know, Aaron, because I haven't landed on Ike yet, I believe it is important for us to put your new... massive base, I might add. I can't believe that thing is so tall. Your new massive base on Duna. It does not have parachutes, though, so that's going to be a problem. Let's toss those on. It was you who said make rovers? Oh, okay. I think I've had it from a few different people that told me to make rovers and dock them on the moon and stuff. But credit where credit's due. Aaron apparently said it too. Let's get 3 of these up. Like so. That should bring it down to a reasonable level, but just in case, let's also get, like... Sure, why not? 3 of these. It has a very light atmosphere, so that's not going to help much, but we're going to have a lot of fuel left, too. I'm going to redo the bottom of this rocket, Aaron, because we now have massive fuel tanks and massive engines. So I kind of want to make this work better. This is going to be interesting, to say the least. Structural, we need to get one that goes into the massive, like so. Now we need the big-ass fuel tank, like so. Do we have the... No, I didn't buy it, because it's 500 science. Alright, then I'll just stick with these for the moment, and we'll put, like, 4 of them on. That should be enough. That's a lot of fuel. That's an insane amount of fuel. Now we can get one of those Rhino engines, wherever the hell they are. I just really want to test it out. The Rhino is 1,200 kilonewtons of thrust, or we could go for the Mammoth, which is 3,700. Okay, well, we don't need that much. Not quite. Let's throw a Rhino on here, because I can't put a smaller engine. Dawn, like, no. Spark, we could do the Dawn stuff too, but I don't want to fiddle with it yet, because once again, that's more of a stoner thing, because I'm probably going to end up blowing shit up. Oh, heat shields. Now that I look at that, we probably need heat shields. 2.5, 3 of them, and like so. Now we have heat shields. Am I missing science on this? Yes, because we just upgraded all of our science shit. Scanning module. Never mind, we did not upgrade all of our science shit. Will crapper. I kind of want to have illuminator lights on this, but to be honest, why? We don't really need it. What I could do is add a little bit extra power, but I think it's got enough of that too. Make your base a beast? I'm gonna try. Oh, and I should probably rename it because it's not gonna be Ike Station. Duna Station. Or should we call it like research facility or something? I think I'm research facility. Am I spelling that right? I think I am, but my dyslexia would never let me figure that one out. There are too many I's and L's. No matter what, that word just looks weird to me. Let's see. What else do I need to do? I need to add, obviously, an engine to this thing. Let's grab one of the massive ones. You know what I'm going to try to do? We're probably not going to be able to get this thing off the ground with this, but I don't know how powerful these engines actually are, and I don't know how efficient they are, so I want to just test something real quick. This will probably end up in a giant explosion, but hey, giant explosions are kind of interesting. Rotate the doors and the posts. It was an issue before. For me, yeah, it is an issue, but literally, like yesterday, for example, I moved somebody from this container into the center container, where there is only one hatch. In that one hatch, he decided to come out of, I guess, unless, hold on, maybe there is another hatch. Is there a hatch in the back? There's a hatch in the back, son of a bitch. So no matter what I do, I can't, how would that make sense? Oh, shit. So, like, half of our astronauts decide to come out the right way, and the other half decide to come out the wrong way and blow up spontaneously. I wonder how I should do that. If I should just leave it and have the 50-50 risk of them just spontaneously exploding, or if I should maybe move this into a 4-way symmetry base. But if it's a 4-way symmetry base, that's going to be ridiculous. I could move it into a 2-way symmetry base, but to be honest, I don't really want to do that. It makes it pretty hard to land if it's not more of a square. Rectangles tend to flop over easier. I don't know. I think we'll just leave it for the moment, Aaron. I appreciate you bringing that up, but I think I'll just leave it for the moment, because if I change it, I have a feeling it's not going to really do anything, because there's 2 hatches, one on the back, one on the front. If I change it to 2-way symmetry, let's say we only have these 2 rockets on the sides, it's going to be a long rectangle, and it's going to be really tall, which is going to have a really high tendency of flipping over if we land on an angle. I think we're good. I'd rather just possibly explode somebody. How many people do we have to send to Duna, in fact? Oh, we have to go to the moon, too. I didn't realize that. Build a new surface outpost on Ike. No, thank you, not right now. We need 7 Kerbals. Well, that can easily do it. Has a research lab, has viewing cupola, has 10 seconds, most likely, if I can land it. Antenna, docking port, and can generate power. That is indeed accurate. It must be a new outpost. Okay, that is all good. I think we're okay. Let me just continue working on this beast. I'm not certain if it'll take off the first time I try this, but we'll see. Worst case scenario, it explodes, and that's entertaining too. Let me grab a T70 decoupler. I normally wouldn't use these on the... Actually, I would, depending on how the center works. Normally, I wouldn't immediately go to TT70s unless we need it, and I think we need it, if I'm being honest. These tanks are fucking massive. Let's grab the fuel tanks, like so. This is going to get interesting. It's either going to be the biggest fireball I've had so far, or it's going to take off and be amazing to watch. I'm hoping it's the second one. Those don't fit, so I guess let's just throw another one of those on, throw another one below it. We're going to have to strut the ever-loving hell out of this thing, because it is not going to be happy. Let's add some extra fuel to this stage, just because it's going to be burning. I'm not going to have a third ring. I'm just going to try these two first, and see if these mammoth engines, theoretically, will give us an... That is amazing looking. They should give us more than enough thrust. What do we have, like 16 engines on this? 17 engines on this? Technically, those mammoths should have the ability... How much fuel do they use per second? Jesus! That's a lot of fuel per second, but that's okay. Theoretically, these should have enough boost to get us into the atmosphere, but if they don't, we can always strap some solid boosters on here, too. This is a redonkulous rocket. This is nearly $500,000. Thankfully, we're going to make $1 million from it, hopefully, if I can accurately send it to Duna. Let's see. We need a aerodynamic nose cone. I don't think we have anything that's that big, do we? What I might have to do is that... Nope, that's small nose cone. Yeah. Shit. What I might have to do is use a structural component and then put a nose cone on. And by doing that, it's going to be really tall. Then let me take these. Let's take like 50 grand out right there. Toss these guys back on. Move these down. This rocket is going to be redonkulous. Move these down a hair. And then our nose cones. This is redonkulous. There's no better word for it. This is insanely large. Protective nose cones. Are they touching anything? No, they're not. Cool, I'll take it. The biggest rocket I have ever made. By far. How much do kickback engines cost, if I'm being honest? 27... Okay, so if I put 4 of them on there, it only cost about 10 grand. About 12 grand. Plus the radial decouplers, I'd say that'd add about 20 grand to our cost, which is not much, and might help us. You know what, screw it. Let me just go for this first, because we have enough gimbal and everything else. Theoretically, you never want to launch with liquid fuel as your first stage, but I'm trying it, because I've never had these engines before. I kind of want to see what it does. 4 engines first, and then decouple... Oh, struts. We need to strut the living crap out of this thing, because it is not going to like me. Like so. Like so. And then I'm going to do it again. Not that it will really help, but I'm going to do it down here too. And see if that will prevent it from shaking all over the place. Probably not, if I'm being honest. That looks funky, but who cares? Alrighty, let's see if we can do this. This is going to be crazy. Crew, because of course they went all aboard. Actually, they didn't. The first time ever, they didn't go all aboard. Nice. Do I have to have a pilot on here? Docking port can generate power. I might want a scientist on there if I'm being honest, just so that I can get some data. And we saved so many of them that I'm good. What does it need exactly? Nothing specific? At least 7 Kerbals, we can definitely do that. Yeah, it's fine. It's no actual requirements on the people, so I guess that's fine. I have a remote control unit on this thing. If I wanted to, I could theoretically just pilot it there myself, but that, That sketches me out a bit. I would rather have both a pilot and the remote control, just in case I have to leap somebody out and open a solar panel or something like that. Valentina, I don't want you to be going. Even though I really don't like Summer, I'm going to abandon her on Duna. Because, yeah, she'll fly this, hopefully, to Duna safely, and then we're going to abandon her. Because I do not like Summer. Even though it has nothing to do with the actual game, you know that there's no way in hell that that particular astronaut has been causing all of my problems. I just want to blame her. Mainly because she points the ship nose down whenever I try to land. More than once. Let me grab a swig of soda, and then we'll launch this beast. What should we do? You miss watching Kerbal? Well, welcome to the stream. I am trying out some ridiculous rockets today. We just spent 3,000 science, and I'm trying to figure out what the thrust is on these new ones. I guess we're okay. Do I want to set up for a Duna encounter? I mean, if we can theoretically go for it, we should, right? Where is Duna in orbit? It's not behind us. That's good. I'm the fawns now. That's perfect. So does target. Let's get into orbit. And we are golden. That is exactly where I would like it to be. Alright, let's bring throttle up to 2/3 approximately. You also subbed? Well, thank you very much. Let's get this thing into the air, hopefully. Now, I'm going to try at 2/3 throttle first. It might take off. Nope, full throttle. It takes off with full throttle. That's okay. Now, we're already almost at 2 Gs of acceleration, so I'm going to have to be bringing my throttle down slowly but surely as we come up. Yeah, we probably want to toss a couple kickbacks on here, just because it'll add like 20 grand and actually get us into orbit faster. I'm sure this would do it, it's just we're wasting so much fuel. Wasting so much. Sorry, I have a lisp almost. We are wasting a lot trying to get out of the atmosphere right now. Already almost 20%, 25% of the way through our fuel, and we're not even at 5,000 meters yet. Ooh. That's going to be sketchy. But we will see. Maybe the Rhino engine is just what we need. I didn't even check if that Rhino engine has gimbal. It does, good. That would have been bad. We're back up to 2 Gs of acceleration. Bring my fuel down so I can conserve it. Once we get to 25,000, we'll start our turn again. This one, I have a feeling, is going to have a tendency of tumbling, just because we're going to run out of fuel pretty quick on this lower stage, and the top weighs a lot. So I'm not going to try a gravity turn below 25,000 meters. Oh, goodness me. Got a hiccup. Normally it's the weed that does that to me. Maybe it's just the soda and talking so much. I'm not used to it. Bring back the throttle again because we're over 2 Gs, and start our turn. Well, it's not bad, I'll give it that. It's not the worst rocket I've ever launched. We're still almost at 2 Gs of acceleration, which is crazy. What is our apoaps at? It's at space. Can the nav ball pop up, please? Thank you. I clicked on you just a second ago. There we go. F. We're already in space, so I don't need to be adding any more vertical speed. Let's go on down and get ready for our stage. I'm surprised this got up as easy as it did. I really didn't think that liquid fuel was going to be able to throw us up into orbit that easy. And we're already almost at 2 Gs of acceleration again. I'm just bringing it down so that we can have a longer time. Approximately, where is our apoaps? It is 1:18 ahead of us, so we are perfectly fine. I'll just keep burning until we stage, and then I will quickly try to get away from these guys with our Rhino engine. They are out. Stage, Rhino engine. Staging was wrong! Check yo staging, as Scott Manley says. I just fucked that up. Can I reconnect those? No. There's no way to do that, is there? Let's say EVA. I'm just trying something. Nope. Doesn't seem like it wants to do it. Alright, then let's go back up. Yeah, see, it's separating very slowly. Well, that was my bad. I didn't even notice. Let's go back into our chambers here. There's no way without that, like, 20,000 fuel we're going to be able to get... That's kind of cool looking. That's... I feel like that should almost be a screenshot of its own right there. Let's... Print screen. Thank you very much. I'll take that. And now let's revert flight, because I did something stupid. Revert to vehicle assembly. That's the first time that's happened in a while. Let's see here. Get my staging. Oh, shit. Yeah, that would have been a problem. I activated and staged the engine at the same time. I'm glad it didn't stay activated. That would have been a little bit of an issue. Let me toss that down there. And make sure that no one leaped into here. We only need our Summer and Gilner. Save and launch. Let's do this again. Preferably this time without, you know, screwing up. But we'll see. I don't expect to do much in this stream today. Mainly because I don't have weed again, and I don't want to do a 6-hour stream while I'm sober. Yesterday's stream was actually pretty long, if I'm being honest. For 3 hours, I was not expecting a stream that long. Let's get the throttle up. Oh, I'm going to have to target Dune. It's fine, I'll do that in a second. Throttle all the way up, because I forgot about that. Be about 90, 95%, and go! But yeah, we probably won't do much. I'll land on Duna, maybe land on the moon, because we have another one of those contracts, plant a flag on the moon, and then we'll call it quits for the day. It'll probably be about an hour and a half, 2 hour long stream at most. Which is good enough for me. Once again, I was working all day. Working on my neighbor's roof, so I was not really planning on doing a long stream. I'm kind of tired. Pulled a muscle in my shoulder again today, which is a pain in the ass. My shoulder and hip. Trying to stay on that metal roof. You're pretty much doing a one-handed pull-up the entire time because you're trying to hold on to the peak of the roof with your right hand while pulling off boards of siding with your left hand with a hammer and a nail puller. It is not easy. We are over 2 G's of acceleration. Let's bring that way down. But yeah, it's been bugging me ever since I messed it up earlier today. I worked only for like 3 hours. That's nothing at all. But I definitely fucked up my shoulder. I'll probably end up taking a shit ton of Advil or something before I go to bed. Try to make sure I don't sleep on it funky and make it even worse. Feels like I've got a baseball embedded in my shoulder. It's not great. Almost at our turning altitude. Almost said speed. That doesn't make much sense. Almost at our turning altitude. Let's start going over. Let's say about like so. F. Try to keep that stable. Okay, cool. It is bringing it back. Let it do its thing. Why does it always spawn us on the backside of Kerbal? That makes no freaking sense. Okay, 55, 60. Give it just a little bit of time, and then we'll start angling out. Sweet. We're back over 2 G's of acceleration again. Ever so slightly. So how was everyone else's day? I hope no one else pulled muscles, because that's no bueno. Almost 1,000 meters per second again. We should have a pretty good height. Yeah, we're almost at 80,000. That's bueno. And we'll have to stage in just a moment. Hopefully I can stage properly this time. 12. Actually, I think we have a better speed than we did last time. I think it was only at 1,100 rather than 1,200, but I'm probably mistaken. And there they go. Stage. Activate. Get us away from this thing before they actually hit us. Cool. Now bring my... let's just leave the throttle up. That's fucking awesome. The trail on that engine looks legit. Like it's actually... the physics are actually looking reasonable. That's amazing. How far until we get to our apoapse? 59 seconds. So I'll probably bring that down to a much slower speed, if any speed at all. Just keep us going forward. Your day's going good? Rewatching Mad Max? Nice. I've actually never seen Mad Max. A lot of people have told me it's good. It's just not really my style of, like, post-apocalypse stuff for some reason. All those type of movies, like, there's a bunch of them. Like, Resident Evil went that way, and Resident Evil 2 or 3, I can't remember. Mad Max, and I can't remember how many others I've seen that have that same exact style of post-apocalypse. And it's just, no, I'm good. Let's bring that fuel all the way up, because we're probably gonna be hitting our apoapsy. Yep, 17 seconds. Hopefully I can get enough acceleration off this engine. We are burning fuel like crazy, but we also have an insane amount of it. But I'm glad to know your day's going well. I assume you didn't pull a muscle, so I'm glad with you. It sounds like I'm just bitching, but really I'm glad somebody else isn't hurting. Oh, those are dots from... I was wondering what those were down there, and that's our decouplers. All those random dots on that thing got me slightly concerned. Oh, shit! Let's pull up a little bit and get our apoaps to come back towards us. I need vertical speed. I was not expecting to need vertical speed, but I did not accelerate fast enough. No bueno. I only had 17 seconds. Apoaps is coming back ahead of us. I can start going back down. I want it to be chased in front of us rather than us descending and still trying to create an orbit. Not a good idea. Something like so. That looks pretty darn good to me. And then bring it down to prograde, because we probably don't need more than 10 seconds of burn time now. We only need about 200 more meters per second, 150 more meters per second or so. Oh bueno, and we still have plenty of fuel. Cool. $22. There's our orbit. And what the hell just happened to the camera? 2270. I'll leave it there. Why did it flip our camera like that? That's so weird. It's like completely the opposite of what I was looking. Periapps, where are you at? You are in space. Cool, that's all I need to know. Now, let's set up a maneuver for Duna. I still don't know how to do Mooner captures or, Mooner assists. Like, the Mooner gravity assist by slingshotting past it. I can't do that yet, so I'm not going to try. I might do a stream devoted to that at some point so that I can actually figure it out, but once again, I will do that whenever I'm stoned rather than sober. All I need to do is toss myself out into deep space, which I believe takes like 1,000 meters per second of acceleration. Not great, but I will do it. Actually, it doesn't take 1,000. I'll take it. Periapps 12 million, apoapps of 15 million. It's not great, but we can bring our apoapps up when I hit my periapps. And we might be able to come into an encounter with Duna, so I'll keep it there. Hopefully we can do this all with this fuel. I hope so. We will see. Shit! I'm already behind my maneuver node. Let me move that. I guess it doesn't really matter, because it's only slingshotting us into space, but it won't... Damn you. I really hate it when it does that. It won't let you move it if you've already passed it. Alright, go back out into deep space. Approximately the same thing. 12 million, 15 million. Yep, now let's just do this before I hit the maneuver node. It's going to take over 15 seconds, but who cares? At least I have the direction. Let's keep on rolling. We have about 1 G of acceleration, which is not as much as I was expecting, but this thing does weigh a massive amount. What's up, Buck Wild? Your performance is a ridiculous amount better with the new CPU? Well, I'm glad it's Toka. Yeah, with your CPU failing, I assume it was overheating and slowly failing. That tends to happen, because it will still run for a while, but like there's 2 case scenario where it's a partial failure and a total failure. And usually it's hard for a total failure to happen without some smoke or some bad smells. Usually it just, your computer slows down insanely slow, like your hard drive is going bad. So usually, let me rephrase that. Hard drive, not solid state drive. Your hard drive is spinning too slow, or your RAM might be misoutputting some numbers and it's trying to correct it, or your CPU may be miscalculating some stuff, so it runs it through it a few times. Like, it does have checks and balances for that. You get at least 60 frames per second on Kerbal? Nice. Well, that's good at least. 60 meters per second, 30, 20, and we're there. And I actually have a little bit of fuel left. I only have about 1,000, but that's better than nothing. We can use it to start our maneuver. Out into deep space we go! It was a partial? Yeah, I figured it was a partial. I've had only one part ever total fail on me, and that was a GTX 650? It was some 600 series, but I was doing AutoCAD work with it, and it was not meant for that. It was a very, very tiny little graphics card that had like 1 gigabyte of RAM, and I was doing a lot of modeling and AutoCAD work on it, and it just blew up. Like, I had 3 monitors running on the card at that time while I was trying to do it. It started acting funky, and then literally my screen started to melt. Like, the pixels started to rain down the screen, and it looked like somebody had hit my screen with a hammer. You know how that, like, it goes almost that black rainbow Technicolor whenever you smash a monitor? That's what it looked like, and I was freaking out thinking that all 3 of my monitors somehow had blown up, and then my computer just shut down. And I had this really bad smell come from my graphics card. Pulled it out, the fan itself wouldn't even move anymore, and there was a few components on it that were 100% ruined. They had popped capacitors and the whole 9 yards. Hey, what's up, what's up, dude? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Accelerate a little bit. Now, I'm pretty sure if I accelerate time right now, we should be just fine. But let me just fiddle with it. Let me add a maneuver and see if we can get our apoaps pulled up to a reasonable level. Like so. Hey, we already have an encounter. That's nice. Now, how would it like me to move that? Over? Over. That's what I want. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 million. Let's bring that down even lower, and maybe we can even get an approach. Blam! That's what I wanted. That is a Duna encounter with a 5 million periaps. That's not too bad because I've encountered that with like a 24 million periaps before. Let's do this. 116 days until we reach our maneuver node. Thankfully, I can accelerate time a little bit faster than that. Yeah, I remember you telling me about that 1030 that blew up on you. No bueno, man. 8 days approximately. I already brought it down 162 days. Can you believe over half a year has passed that quick? Oh wait, that's not over half a year. Good job. It'd have to be 180 some odd days for it to be over half a year. 7, 6, 5. You bought a 750 Ti 2 years later? Wow. Well, 750s, I know they're good for mining, but honestly, I've never heard anything good about them graphics-wise. I've heard that they're great for mining, but I haven't heard anyone tell me the 750s are good for gaming. I'm sure they are if they're good for mining, but I guess people just preferred the 900 series and the 600 series. Because there's like the 690s and stuff like that that came out too, if I remember correctly. I can't remember the 700 series at all. 4 hours? Goodness gracious, I'm trying to be ginger with this timing, but 3 hours is still a long time. I'm not waiting 3 hours. That'll be the whole stream. You guys want to just sit and talk for, 3 hours? Isn't that fun? Hour, 50 minutes. Gonna try to bring that down to a few seconds. With 658 meters per second, we're gonna need about 40 to 50 seconds of burn time, I would assume. You dealt with Intel integrated graphics for 2 years? That sucks, man. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cool. We're pretty much golden. I'll accelerate just a hair more so we don't have to wait 20 seconds for me to start burning. Now let's hit on RCS and get to our maneuver node. A stream of chatting and looking at a spaceship. Yep, for 3 hours, Rybear, that's what we're doing. No. Gonna scare people if I start saying that shit. Be like, I didn't sign up for this. Almost there. Cool. Now just start to accelerate. Oh, this thing has a lot of oscillation. It does not like being this long. At least there's no, like, aerodynamic drag in space or anything, so it's not like it's trying to tumble. It just does not like pushing that heavy-ass weight with this much thrust. It does some weird wiggles. And we run out there, stage, and engage. Let's go full throttle. We only have 8 seconds till we get to our maneuver, but that's fine. I assume if I burn a little bit too behind the maneuver node, I'll just end up being too high on my periaps. That is okay. Or my apoaps, rather. Almost 200 meters per second. Goodness gracious, still gonna take a while to burn. Now it's 720p high gaming at high set. 720p, nice. Yeah, thankfully my i7 920 has been good enough for the past few years that I've been able to stay in 1080p gaming. I can't go any higher than that, but I can still stay at 1080p. And then with my two 960s, I'm pretty good with our frame rate. You always have to upgrade both i7 and graphics cards. A little bit too far, but that's fine. My i7's old as shit, so it's my bottleneck right now. Let's accelerate. Your PSU got too hot and started popping like gunfire? That's no bueno, Aaron. That's what I would call a partial failure of your PSU, and that's really dangerous. I've had stuff like that happen on my servers, and my servers pull 1400 watts a piece. So whenever the power, and I run them off server grade power supplies, running 2 servers off each power supply, which means the power supply itself is 2880 watts a piece. They are insanely powerful, and I've had one of them blow up on me before, and it scared the living shit out of me. I do not wish that type of freakiness upon anyone. See you later, dude. Thanks for dropping by. Coming on in, we do still have our periaps. It's about 7 million, so I was off a little bit, but that's okay. Unknown object, Class C, Class C. Interesting. Duna, hello. I'm at full-time acceleration, so I can't do anything more. I think this is my fastest ever rendezvous with Duna. We just are about to pass a year in space. I think this is my fastest ever rendezvous with Duna. That's awesome. Now, it's going to take me a second to get to Duna, but it will automatically slow me down when we have an encounter. Hello? Where are you at, Duna? Are you above me, below me, to the side of me? You can't tell. We must still be very far away. Yes and no. We are still a reasonable distance away. 7 million. Why is that disappearing? Why did Duna Oh, Duna got smaller. I was like, why did it just disappear as I started getting closer? That's kind of freaky. Almost there. I could accelerate time a little bit more, but it's sketching me out. We're increasing speed. We are indeedy. So I'm going to have to retrograde like crazy. How much fuel do we have? We have no electric charge, so let me stop for a second. Let me grab my takeoff RCS. Grab, since I have no electric charge, summer EVA for a second. And please don't let go, because it would be terrible if you did. Let's extend solar panels. Can I extend this one from where I'm at? I can indeed. And board. Cool. So now, theoretically, let me re-enable SAS. Theoretically, we'll start getting power back. We are indeed, but we're using it just as fast as we're taking it because I'm using SAS. All good. Now, how high off... Hello, Duna. How high away from our periaps are we? Pretty far. 7.196 million is approximately where we need to be. So let's increase our speed again. That was faster than a bullet! Let's keep on going. Well, I am moving at like 9,000 meters per second whenever I'm not in orbital... I was about to say orbital velocity. That doesn't make sense. Whenever I'm not in orbit, there we go, my speed is 9,000 meters per second or so because we had to accelerate away from Kerbal. We are still coming in a little bit slow, if I'm being honest. 13 million. How much monopropellant do we have? A lot. I could use monopropellant to slow us down. That'd be interesting. Though it would take forever. I don't know if I want to do that. I'm just going to test this. Trust me, I'm not going to do it for a long period of time. I just want to see what happens. If I start burning monopropellant, because we have like 2,400 of it, and then it is bringing our altitude down. What happens if I do full-blown time acceleration? Interesting. It is working, just ever so slowly. I'm not going to do that, but cool. I could, theoretically. Let me go back. I keep clicking back to the ship because I just want to come in for a landing, but it's so far away. One sec. Oh, wait. Hello. Just look down at the stream. You're back. Well, hello, Fun Bun. Welcome to the stream. And check it out, man. Hopefully I don't fuck up the game. Check it out. I'm over 50,000 views on the channel. And I've almost made $8 this month, which is actually kind of cool on its own, but I'll leave that to its own. I told you guys already how much I make off these streams, about 30 cents every 6 hours. The shorter ones, about an hour to 3 hour streams, I usually only make 10 to 20 cents off of, but still. I'm making pennies, rolling in that copper. Let's get time warp up. But yeah, I feel pretty excited about that. It's been forever. I remember celebrating 10,000 views on this channel whenever we were doing RuneScape like 2 years ago. I was so fucking happy to pass 10,000 views, and now we're at 50,000, which is pretty insane. Not to mention I have like 48,000 minutes of watch time this month or something like that, which is pretty cool. It's over a month of watch time. Still taking too long. There we go. About 30 seconds away. Well, bueno, we could have sat there, but I didn't want to waste 2 minutes. Oh no, I'm out of Dr. Pepper. Have to switch to my water bottle. 10 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, I'm going to slow down here because I don't know how much fuel this is going to take for us to get into a reasonable encounter. Looks like a lot. That's what I kind of figured, but I wasn't certain on it. We're not exactly on my periaps, but you'll notice that I am doing 100% burn, and that line is barely fucking moving. So I'm going to have to bring our speed down to probably 0, if I'm being honest. How much fuel do we have? Over 4,000. We're fine. Hey, what's up, Jose? How's it going? Shake my head. I miss the old stoned. Money has ruined you. That's hilarious. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever be able to turn YouTube into an actual job. It'd be cool, but there's no way. I just do it for fun because I have nothing else to do during the day. I work from home, so I don't exactly get to talk to many people throughout the day unless I go, like, grocery shopping. So I'm just, oh, so lonely. Not really, I'm just bored as fuck. And I'd rather talk to people than just sit there and watch TV or watch online entertainment. Almost down, that line is starting to curve out, and we're having a disco dance with the orange line. And it's speeding up, we're going to our hard style. 150 beats per minute. Who watches Naruto? I used to a lot. I actually really enjoyed that show. I like Naruto Shippuden a lot more now, because obviously it's more of an adult version of the cartoon. Naruto is just, it's a little bit too childish, not to mention I remember almost everything that happened. But yeah, it's fucking amazing. I love that show. You watch anime, you're a weebo? Weeaboo, or whatever it is. Periapps, I'll bring this into maybe like 500,000. Maybe a little bit lower. How much fuel do we still have? 2,000. We still have plenty. And 400, 300, 200. I think I'll slow it down there because we can come in for a reasonable reasonable orbit. Accelerate speed because it is going to take us a while to get there. Whoops. I say that and then it almost immediately happens. Make sure that we're under an hour. Cool. About 40 seconds away. Hey, what's up, Rubik's? See you later, dude. 12 viewers now. Wow. That's kind of cool. Normally, I don't have that many people watching, especially on a non-stoner stream where I'm not stoned out of my mind. 179,000 is our periapps. I should probably wait until we're in... I guess it doesn't really matter. I'll just stay in orbit screen. Yeah, don't worry, Stoned. I'm not a weeaboo. I'm just a regular otaku. I don't know the definitions between either one of those, and to be honest, I don't really mind. I mean, you do you. Doesn't bother me too much. We're about 2 minutes away. Want to accelerate time just a little bit more. Once again, we're going to have to do a pretty long burn, but that's okay. Toggle map. And accelerate like hell. Now I need to make sure I still have... Oh, we still have 2,000 fuel. Yeah, I'm perfectly fine. I need to make sure I have enough fuel to slow us down on landing if we need it. I should be able to land this thing with 9 parachutes just fine, but who knows? Apoapps is quickly coming down. Nav ball, and we want to bring our periapps to like 25,000 if I remember it correctly. Oh yeah, we're gonna have 1,600 fuel. That's gonna be more than good enough. 80, 70, 60, 50. We need 25, 40, 30, and just a little bit. 25. Good enough. Down we go. Otaku person, which likes anime, manga, or any other Japanese cartoons. A weeaboo is a person that acts like a Japanese person and says that he is Japanese, but he is not. Oh, he or she. Interesting. Yeah, see, I don't know the names or the titles because I just never cared, to be honest. I've not been that big of a fanboy or fangirl of anything. I'm not a fangirl in general, but yeah. Let's just accelerate. I can do all this from the space. Or the space. Good job. We're always in space. I can do this from the ship. I do not need to be worrying about our orbit. Coming down slowly but surely. Once we hit about 50,000, I'd say, I'll start slowing us down. 70... The red planet. 60... Almost there. 50... About 6,000 more, and I'll slow down time. Screw it. We'll go another 10,000 meters. It's not like it matters. Or not. I guess it automatically pulls us out of orbit. Oh, this must be the atmosphere. Can I slow down with retrograde? No, it is pulling us in quite hard. Alright, all good. I'll just come in slowly but surely. I'm pretty sure we can start slowing down with monopropellant, but... Yeah, so you're a fanboy? Yeah. Nice, Rubik's. I don't know if you're talking to me or it's Toka. Speed is just barely still increasing. It will start slowing down here in a moment once we hit the atmosphere. Already, things are going a little quick. Should I maybe burn? We have plenty of fuel. I only need about 100 in order to land. Land safely, I should say. So yeah, let me just burn a little bit of fuel. It's going to bring our periaps down even more. But that's okay. Did that bring us in for a straight 100% landing? It looks like it. We have an apoapse, but... Periaps of 11,000... Yeah, that's definitely going to be a landing. Okay. Let's... Oh, shit! My solar panels. Retract them. Quickly. Retract. Retract. I have plenty of electric charge. I almost ripped those things right off. That would have been a problem. All good. Now let's start slowing down again. Ruby is your #1 favorite? Nice. Fairy Tail? I've never seen it. I've heard it's a lot like... What was it? Ree was telling me about Fairy Tail. I just can't remember what it was like. There was I've watched Yu Yu Hakusho, Naruto, Inuyasha, pretty much every anime that was on Adult Swim in the 90s and early 2000s, but I don't know exactly what was like Fairy Tail. Hey, what's up, Noah? Never heard of my channel, but it looks great. Well, thank you very much. Welcome to the stream. I almost missed your comment. There's quite a bit of comments rolling through today. It's like how you were with Ruby, but then you smack yourself. Wait, what? Why would you smack yourself? Because you like something. Like, maybe I'm weird. You mean Netflix, not YouTube? Okay, I was about to say, how much anime is on YouTube, Aaron? I don't think there's much. On Netflix, there's a shit ton. There's even more on Hulu and Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime has this thing called Anime Strike, and it's a $5 subscription per month, but you have an insane amount of anime that you get to watch for free. It's pretty cool. I assume it's kind of like, what is that? The Crunchyroll, and there's another one that I just can't remember right now. Those anime watching sites. There's 15 people watching now? Oh man. One of the most active streams I've ever had when I'm not stoned. Go figure. Hopefully tomorrow I'll get weed. Hopefully. That or the next day. Fairy Tail is a Japanese manga series by Hiro Mashima. Can't say that name. The series follows the adventures of a celestial spirit mage, and she joins Fairy Tail Guild and learns up with that who is searching for the dragon. That doesn't help very much. Can you help tell me what other anime it's like? Because I've heard that I've watched something that's similar, but I don't remember what it was that I watched that was similar. And I apologize for this really slow landing. Can't really do anything about it. Looks like our first parachutes are already ready to come down. We only need 100 fuel, so I can still waste 800 of it. Funimation, that's another one. Thank you, it's Toka. I was trying to remember what the other one was. And Funimation it is. Maybe it's a sign to stop smoking? Oh, hell no. Aaron, I used to get like 700 to 800 views by being stoned and playing Kingdom Hearts. I think I'm good. I would just much rather play games stoned. I get rage quitty too much, and yeah, I get way too frustrated on a daily basis with video games whenever I'm not stoned. I have way too much stress that happens throughout the day. 13,000 meters, we could actually let go of our... Cool, we're slowing down. I don't even need to worry about the fuel. Slow down even more with monopropellant maybe, and then kick out our parachutes here at maybe 5,000 meters. I believe we can do landing legs to help us even more. Oh, no, if it's like how you first watched Ruby, then you'll smack yourself for not checking it out sooner. Oh, okay. Sorry, I misread your comment, Rubix. Oop. Slow us down. I see too much shit. Nice. Now, once we get under 1,000, I believe the other parachutes will kick out. I don't know why they haven't kicked out earlier, but it's okay. BAM! And cut our engines. How slow do we come down? Not as slow as I'd like, but we are still slowing down. 22 meters per second. That is still excessive. We are not on the light side of Mars, so I'm going... Or Duna, same thing. So I'm going to have to manually slow us down. We have enough oxidizer for it. I just need to try to do a gentle landing. This is going to be interesting. I have 200 fuel. Up, 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 up. And we're down. We are on a hill, but that's okay. RCS and SAS. BAM! We landed on the surface again. I could... No, I don't want to. It would sketch me out too bad. We'll just leave it the way it is and hope it doesn't slide down the mountain. Let's open up all of our solar panels. Not that it'll really do anything. I can't even open those. Why did I put those there? That's not very intelligent. Good job. Extend solar panels. I didn't even notice that. Do they clip? I'm going to try. It's probably going to blow up either my dish or my solar panel. Let's see. It looks like it's trying. It doesn't look like it's intersecting it. Okay, cool. I'll take it. That's definitely not how physics works, but I'll take it. Extend. Oh, I should have grabbed some atmospheric data as I came down. I completely forgot about it. Shit. That's no bueno. Toss this back on. Extend solar panels. Extend. There's so many. I really need to get these things on a hot action group or whatever it's called. Hot action group. Hot Action Cop. I think that's an old band. It's not even that old. I think it was in Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2. I think that's why I remember that band's name. Let's extend solar panel. I was thinking about playing Need for Speed games on stream eventually. Mainly Underground 2 because I fucking love that game, and potentially Hot Pursuit 2, the new version, because it's so high graphics. But I wasn't certain if that would be something you guys would actually watch, because it's, you know, a racing game. It's kind of weird. Let's toss that in there. Let's observe material bay here. Grab all of that science. There's 200. And then observe. Do this too. What we could do is probably transmit this one. That's about 100 science that we could transmit. It only takes a little bit of power to do so. Now let's take a seismic sensor reading. Sure. How much data do we have in this central capsule now? 400. It's almost full, so we don't need to do this much more. Atmosphere. Can we run that? We can indeed. Let's toss it in. 220 data stored. We are actually almost full on data, so I'm good. Run analysis. BAM! Anything else? Anything else? Ooh, observe mystery goo. Forgot about that one. Let's toss that in there if I can. Nope, it's already full, so I will keep that one. No. Yes, I'll keep that one. And then I'll keep this one. I'll keep everything and just transmit it all. Grab you, and then we have a little bit down here. log pressure data like so, and temperature data like so. Science! We've got it! Alright, now, already did atmosphere, already did all of that. I think we are golden. Let's transmit our data. I take that back. Let me perhaps get a surface sample first. Extend ladder. You freaking love Need for Speed! The main one played was Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit. You mean 2 Hot Pursuit? Because I didn't think Need for Speed 3 came out in 1998. I remember playing Need for Speed 2 on PS2 in around that time, but I can't remember. Yeah. Play Need for Speed Payback? Never played Payback. Probably don't want to be honest. I really liked Underground 2, and I really liked Hot Pursuit 2. Those are my absolute favorites. Let's not mess with the scientist. At least I know Summer is going to come out the top and not, you know, just explode spontaneously. Let me grab a surface sample. Like so. 240 science. EVA report. There's 64 science. Did I put the ladder down? I did. Let's just go toss a flag. Why not? You have to leave for class? We'll see you later, Aaron. I appreciate you dropping by. I forgot about that. We're going to have to do a little bit of a jump. Thud. Do not knock this rocket over, Summer. I will hurt you. Plant flag. I will literally take this rocket up into the atmosphere and drop you out of it. All good. Planted a flag. Science! And then plaque text. Flag! I guess Aaron. And then it's Toka. And Buckwild, Funbun, Rubik's. Who else is here? If anyone wants a name on a flag, let me know. Rubik's, I'm trying to think if I'm forgetting anyone. Let me run on up the chat real quick. Aaron, it's Toka. Already got you all. Pretty sure that's good. Oh, Noah. I forgot. Noah's the new one. I don't know if you're still here, Noah, but I'm going to try. Noah, and I guess that's it. If anyone else wants a name, let me know. You have about 15 seconds until I'm going to jump off. Past that, I think we completed our first real contract in this stream. We got nearly $1 million from this. Yo, that's it, Rybear. I'm so sorry I forgot you. Rybear, thank you. You were here at the very beginning, and you haven't said anything recently, man. Slash, you just show up with all the other blue, wrenches, so it's kind of hard to realize that there's 2 R names. Dyslexic for you. All good, then I think that's it. And the other 15 people. Okay, well there's not really the other, but still, I'll leave it like that. Can I leap high in the air? Okay, good, because that's what's going to be necessary right here. This is going to be interesting. Can I leap RCS, grab? Sweet! That was sketchy, but it's okay. Let's go up here. And climb out. What? What does that mean? How does that make sense, climb out? Climb out of what? You can let go, you can board, and you can climb out. I'm tempted to hit F. What does F do? Hold on, let me quick save. Quick saves while... Aw, cannot quick save while Kerbal's around a ladder. Let me board first, then quick save. Quick saving. Just do it again to make sure. Cool. And now let's figure out what the hell that button does. I'm curious. EVA. F, climb out. What is that? Is it going to blow something up? No. How does that... So you meant climb on, not climb out. Okay. F, climb... Well, that's not what I wanted to do. Uh-oh. FF, grab... Okay, cool. And board. I was about to throw her onto the surface. I wouldn't be too sad about throwing her onto the surface, but I didn't intend to do so. Alright, let's transmit all of our data. Transmit all, because why not? Slowly but surely, we will upload all of this amazing data. 80%. 100. Nice. It's gonna take a little bit. Can I start science? Start the research. Bam! So we're gonna produce nearly 5 science a day with that one scientist. That's pretty damn good. We don't have to check back on this guy for a while. We might actually be able to upgrade some more stuff. That'd be kind of cool. We really only need to go to the moon in this stream. That's the only thing I have left, and I've already been streaming for over an hour. So I guess let's go do that. Space Center! And if I ever come back to this ship, I have a feeling it's gonna bunny hop right off the surface, but oh well. Don't you have to go through rehab or something after going into space? Yes. You have to go into a form of rehab that basically is reacclimating your body to being on Earth. I was reading a lot about that actually with oh, what's his name? I immediately want to say Scott just because of Scott Manley, but I think it's Scott Kelly. The two twins that went up into space, and and NASA was trying to figure out what the long-term effects on the body were after being in space for over a year. And I believe they were significant, like just wearing clothes. No, if I'm remembering the story correctly, he went home, they had this like great feast where they're like, we're so glad you're home, we're so glad you're safe, and everything like that. And because he was so tired, he went to bed early. He woke up in the middle of the night in excruciating pain. He could feel the sheets pushing down on him because his skin was so sensitive. And he walked into the bathroom and his legs were like double the size they were supposed to be and just filled with water and blood. And it was like, holy shit. Like, imagine that. Just nothing's technically wrong. Like, the next part of the story was he couldn't go to the hospital because what do? Tell them that you were in space for over a year? They can't fix that. Like, it's something that's never been seen before, and oh my god. That's insane. Plant flag on Ike? No, thank you. Is there anything we can do? Position satellite in... Oh, specific orbit of the moon. No, thank you. I would rather not do that. Jeez, hell yeah. You should really look up that article if you can. It is insane. I think his name's Scott Kelly, but I might be something else. Your mom almost fell for a phone scam? Well, that happens. Just try to teach her better. As weird as that is to say. We have nearly 700 science, and we have $1.2 million, which is awesome. There's really nothing else that tests structural pylon orbiting Eve. No, thank you. I don't really want to do any of this yet. Rendezvous. Oh, shit. That would be such a pain. That makes sense, because it's basically send a ship there, put it in orbit, send another ship there to refuel it, and then bring it back to Kerbal. But goodness gracious, that would be insane. Maybe in upcoming stream. I will not do that just yet. We already have the moon one, right? We do. Plant flag on the moon. I guess that'll be the last one that we do today. Sorry for wasting time there. Let us go. We don't really need this big of a base. Aaron, by the way, I don't know if you're still here, but we landed you on Duna, which is awesome. Now, can I open up a spacecraft that's cheap? Because I don't want to send a $500,000 spacecraft to the moon. That is a little excessive. Buckwild's D's Nuts base. Eventually we'll put that on Eve. I still have it written down. I will do it for you. Really, I think the best bet would just be using Sam's craft because how useful it is. Oh, I forgot about the Savior crap. Oh no, Empathetic Heart Savior is only for rendezvous. Mooner Lander. I forgot that Femtonde had a Mooner Lander. Maybe I should use that. We will see. How much? That's 161,000. How much does it cost for Sam's craft? Sam's Moonhopper, 230. That's a little bit much. I thought there was another one that Sam had. It's like Sam's rescue ship, 170. Well, I'm used to the Sam ship. Let me see. Let me just double check, see how bad the Femtande Moonerlander looks. It doesn't look bad. It has our lights on it. That was the first time I ever put lights on it. It has atmosphere testers and everything else. I think that might be worth it. I think we'll just use this one. Just for shits and giggles. How much power does... Probably doesn't have enough. Let me add a little bit of power to this, because we can. And I also want to make this thing remote controlled, just in case. Let's see here. Power, power, power. One more up. 4,000 power! Nice. Now I shouldn't run out of electricity. We should be just fine. You sometimes watch videos of people trolling scammers. It's funny as fuck. Yep. I watched a hacker that was doing that a couple of months ago. He was setting up a telephone call systems, VoIP systems, that would basically call and call and call using as many ports as he could possibly open from his internet line. And I believe he also spoofed them, so they appeared like they were coming from all over the world. And he just mass murdered this place. That sounds bad. He just, like, took down their, their calling facility repeatedly. And, I mean, to the point where they were just screaming profanities at him the moment that they answered the phone and realized that it was him again. I think we're good. I don't know if I need to add anything extra to this. This has all of our science. In fact, it's been upgraded pretty recently. Does it have... No, I think that's what I'll do. I'll take that out. Now I'll put a normal drogue chute on here, because it has 2 massive chutes already. Let's take 2 drogue chutes like so to slow it down preemptively in the atmosphere. And why the hell is our booster connected to our parachutes? That makes no sense. There we go, and we look golden. Yeah, that's fine. Theoretically, we could upgrade this. Oh! This is all liquid fuel. What the hell? I didn't even realize that. Will this thing get us to the moon? It's entirely liquid fuel. Huh. Are these mainsails? Yeah, they're mainsails. Weird. Alright, I guess I'll try it. Worst case scenario is it doesn't land. We want a nose cone on here of some form. Or a docking port, really. It doesn't matter that much. Hey, it does have a science capsule on it. I didn't even realize that. Let's grab the remote control bullshit. We have that now. Oh shit, that's big. Never mind. Remote guidance module. How big is that? That looks reasonable. Now let's toss a docking port on this. This thing looks ridiculous. Docking port, just in case we ever need it. Like so. Let me not duplicate that. I don't know why it always acts weird. And then get that lined up better. Like so. Sweet. And our craft is set up. Now let's make sure there's not 100 people inside this thing. Of course there is. Get you gone. Valentina, we're sending you to the moon again. Save and launch. You're gonna go get dinner? Nice. You always love it when that happens. They're like, screw you, and they hang up. Yep, pretty much. If you finish your stream in the next 2 hours-ish, you'll be streaming Minecraft with narwhals, or perhaps you will in that time anyways. Alrighty. I might drop by the stream, I don't know. I checked out your last one, man. Your audio seemed a little low, if I'm being honest. Your audio was, and narwhals was almost lower than you. Wow, this thing has a lot of shit. That's cool. Alright, but before I get too distracted. T, we are activated. Throttle to about 2/3, just in case. I don't know exactly how useful this thing's gonna be. I hope we can get it all the way to the moon and back, but I'm not certain. Let's go! I'm really curious as to why we use all 5 of these engines at the same time. That makes virtually no sense, if I'm being honest, but I should abandon Summer on Mars? I did, Rubix. What are you talking about? She's on Mars right now. She's on Duna, and she will never come home. I will not bring her home. That's why I have Valentina again. I absolutely refuse to use that astronaut anymore. And I know she doesn't have any correlation to the problems that happened, because that would just make no sense. It's just, I refuse to use her anymore. You fixed it a bit 2/3 of the way when Narwhals pointed out. Nice. It looks similar to the ship you made, you just realized? Well, that's cool. Just so you know, this is a pretty bad ship, but that's cool. I've been talking shit about this thing pretty much since we started it. It's a good lander design, the top part of it up here, but this part is funky. I don't know why I did it this way, but alright. If it gets us to the moon, it'll get us to the moon. We're only at about half fuel, and we're already almost at our turning altitude, so I guess it works. It's just a very funky craft. You usually don't want to use this much liquid fuel to get out of the atmosphere. Liquid fuel's not the best bet. Having said that, the very first rocket I launched in this stream was entirely liquid fuel, so hey, maybe I just keep repeating the same mistakes. We are now at turning altitude. Bring that on over, and try to stop it. Cool. I love the fact that it has all this new stuff. It's amazing. How high into the atmosphere? 63. We are pretty close. So let me then start angling out a little bit more. We have over 2 Gs of acceleration, so I should probably pull that down a little bit, but that's okay. Oh shit. Fully horizontal, because we are way more than in space. 82,000 is plenty. Now let's see if we can get over 1,000 meters per second in horizontal velocity before I run out of fuel. If I can, then theoretically we can take this thing to the moon. Yeah, you just realized. Oh, about the summer thing? Yep. You can't really turn it up anymore. It's at full volume in OBS, and on my computer settings, you're not sure how to boost it anymore. You change the preset to 10 decibel. No, that's probably just gonna blow it out more. Honestly, you just need to talk loud. Like, I almost scream into my microphone. Not really. But I actively project my voice. If my neighbors were outside my house, they would hear every word I'm saying. So you just talk really loud and get it set up to where, basically whenever you scream, you barely peak your mic, or fully peak it depending on how your settings are. If you have 10 decibel boost, that's probably gonna peak it immediately. But just try to get it set up to where you can scream and peak it, but then when you're normally talking, it goes over halfway. Right now, my voice is registering about 75% on OBS, while the game is only registering maybe 20 to 30%, though it sounds still quite loud on the stream. We are almost in orbit. How freaking cool is that? I was burning way before my apoaps. That's why that was such a bad rocket. I forgot about that. Let me see if I can get this out to apoaps. 242,000, Jesus. That's bad. I just did the worst launch probably I've done in a while, but it's okay. Well, I take that back. Once again, at the beginning of the stream, I did my incorrect staging, and I immediately fucked up, so I guess it's better than that if I really look into it. Apoaps, about 3 minutes away. There we go. That's insanely high, but that's okay. Let's go back to prograde, wherever the hell that is. I don't have any RCS, so I can't really set this faster. Just go! Right now, my mic and desktop audio are at 50% when you're talking as you normally do. You never want your desktop audio to match your talking audio. You always want your talking audio to be almost double your game audio. Yeah, there you go, Fun Bun. Bring your desktop audio down. Because then people can increase the volume on their own end and make it to where they can... Hey, we went into orbit. they can increase volume on their end and just make their computer louder rather than trying to make everything louder and try to drown out the background noise. Release! Am I actually in orbit? Not really, so that thing will be coming down eventually. Let me stage again so that I can activate my engine, like so, and bring this up into a actual orbit. That's good enough for me. Now I have to bring that back down. Cool. To the moon we go! We have so much fuel that I still think this is easily possible. It's gonna be a funky-ass way of getting to the moon, but hey, it works. Like so. We just need to land and put a flag on it, so I don't even need to really worry about anything. Where's my periaps? 216. Let me bring the speed down. It actually works well. 19, 20. 20 is kind of close, but I'll do it. 700 meters per second. That's good enough on me. This is going to be an interesting rendezvous, but the previous mic you had could just talk normally, but snapped in half from being under a bunch. That sucks. Yeah, my first ever microphone I recorded with was just a Logitech headset. It was a really shitty one. It was like a $30 headset from Walmart. And now I use a BM800 condenser microphone with a separate amplifier. Only costs about 40 bucks, 45 bucks from Amazon if you don't get the stand. So I would highly suggest doing that if you want to try to go for YouTube. It makes the audio so much better. I used to peak my microphone all the time. I used to have these weird, like, scratches sounds whenever I was breathing and everything else because it was trying to pick it up, but it wouldn't let it. How do you get record a certain portion of a window, like you have your chat in the corner, but nothing from Google's window? You set up, let me slow this down. You set up your window wherever you want it. For instance, my chat, it's in that box. And then I custom set the, I think it's called, I can actually double check this for you. I'll just right click on it. Properties. No, maybe that's not it. Can't remember exactly how I did it. There's something very specific in OBS that allows you to do that. Where you set your, like your filter size on the window. You have a snowball mic that's $65? Damn. Well, I hope it works for you, man. Like, mine, the only reason it was so cheap is because it's the Chinese knockoff of a really good condenser microphone, and it works amazing. I love this thing. Please stop. Please stop. Thank you. But yeah, for that, I can't remember what it's called. For some reason, it won't show it to me. It's not... Maybe it's, filters? Yes. You add a filter to it, and I have mine as a relative filter, and I have 10 pixels taken off the left, 92 taken off the top, 23 taken off the right, and 120 taken off the bottom. Cool, I figured it out for you. You just set up filters on your screen. Pretty much all of that is really shitty stuff. Like, my background is a single image, my chat is just a window, my Kerbal stuff is just a image, so that I can quickly change that out to another game if I want to. I even have PS2 and Elgato and all that stuff set up on the same scene. I'll quit talking about OBS and we'll go to our maneuver. I guess it was alright to be slightly distracted considering this is the last contract of the stream. I hope I answered it well enough. 4 minutes until we're there. I'm going to turn that into about 3 seconds. 2, 1, and we're pretty much golden. Should I start at a minute? Might as well. Let's get this thing set up. Wow, it has a lot of maneuvering whenever we're in this deep of space. Stability assist. And start going. Oh, wait, I can actually set it for a target now, can I? Maneuver. That's awesome! I don't even have to angle towards our maneuver anymore. It'll do it automatically. Sorry. I'm geeking out a bit. No problem, Fun Bun. I'll try to help the best I can. I'm not exactly the best at this. I've been doing it for a while, but I'm not very good at it. Oh, it's gonna take us a minute of burn time. I should have started earlier. But that's okay. It means our periapse will probably be further out than what I want it to be. But we can get it to work. So how do I live stream Kingdom Hearts? With an Elgato. I ran the PS3 through the Elgato, and then I had it showing up in that square right there. I just made the Elgato fit the screen. I did try to keep the proportions well. I'll mention that while we're still talking about OBS. I tried to keep the proportions of the stream set up right. If you don't, you'll get some weird pixel stretching issues. So just try to keep it at the same, what is it, the 16:9 or whatever the hell the widescreen resolution is. Just try your best to keep within a reasonable percentage of that. You can pretty much tell if you just do a real quick test record. That's what I did before a lot of my recordings in RuneScape and World of Warcraft and all that. I would actively just do a test recording. I'd say testing, 1, 2, 3, and then I'd repeat that at the loudest I would theoretically be talking in that stream, and then basically screaming. And then I would see if it peaked the microphone to the point where you couldn't understand what I was saying, and if it didn't, then I was good. And also, obviously, check the video. If the video looked alright, then you're golden. Sweet. Right as we have a moonrise, so theoretically that might not have been too bad of a periapse. Doesn't look like it. 15,000 is good enough for me. It just... Is it gonna send us out into the depths of space whenever we get there? Accelerate! Goodbye, Kerbal! Hello, moon! About 1 million away. We need to get to 11 million, I believe, is where the moon's set up. I think after we hit 9 million, it'll switch over. I've done this so many times now. To think, when I first started streaming Kerbal Space Program, I couldn't even land on the moon. And now I'm trying to figure out how to land on Duna's moon. That's quite an upgrade, to be honest. Our speed is drastically slowing down, so I'll increase our time acceleration a bit more so that we're not relatively going slow. And time slowed down. Switch over. We are at the moon. You only have a PS2, so you're trying to wrap your head around it. You could still do it with a PS2, I believe. You'd have to have a VGA to HDMI converter, because I don't think the old PS2s, the fat PS2s, had HDMI. Maybe the old PS2 Slim did, but I'm not certain on that. But you'd need a analog to digital converter, so you'd convert your yellow, red, and white cables, your video and audio, into a digital signal, which would be your HDMI. You'd run your HDMI into the Elgato and the Elgato into your computer. It is still definitely possible. Or if you want, you could get a different capture card that just has a straight-up analog input. Whichever works. You are back? You had some good tacos? Well, nice. We are coming in fairly quickly, if I'm being honest. That periapse is still 15,000. I'll take it. That's a good periapse. I will definitely take it. You have to go to sleep? Well, good night. And thanks for joining the stream. I appreciate it. Having one more person to talk to is always great. Now, the only problem I'm going to have with this is that we're under the South Pole of the moon, and I'm going to be going into a north-south orbit, so this isn't great. I'm going to have to try to land near the equator so it's an easier rendezvous with Earth. We have plenty of fuel. We are going really fast, but we should have plenty of fuel to land and slow down. An orbit is only like 550 meters per second, so we need to get down 300 meters per second or so in order to bring this into a circularization. I don't like this. Sketches me out. I don't like being on the South Pole. Makes it very hard to go back towards Kerbal. What am I streaming tomorrow? Probably Kerbal again, unless I get weed, and then I'll stream Minecraft. The whole reason I've been holding off on Minecraft is because I would end up being way too silent and not having any idea what we're doing on Minecraft. If I was building, I wouldn't be able to keep up active commentary while I'm doing so. Besides, I now place this here, and 1, 2, 3, 4... I don't want to be doing that shit. I don't want to submit everyone to me counting for hours on end as I try to get the correct proportions on whatever building I'm trying to make. When I'm stoned, I'll just do it by eyesight, and then we'll just talk about random shit until I'm done. Yep, Rubik's is correct. This is probably going to be it again tomorrow. Once I get weed, I'll go back to my normal back and forth stuff, but right now, this at least has goals, and even though it pisses me off, I at least have a goal. Circularization is good. Let's bring that down to maybe 30k. Actually, I could probably bring it in where I just land somewhere near the equator, right? How much fuel do I have? Still over 1400. We are golden. It's a weird craft, but it should be just fine. Bring the fuel down, because it's about to have some very quick maneuvers happen. 21k, 12k, 19k, and we are pretty much there. How much fuel do I still have? I still have plenty. Good. I'm at a low throttle right now, so we're not too shabby, and I'll take it. Let's use that as a landing maneuver. Now, how much fuel do we... Or, we still have plenty of electric charge, so there's no issue there. Don't have the sun anywhere near me, which kind of sucks, I have to admit. I didn't want to land on the dark side of the moon again, but we do have lights. So that's a bonus. Let's put out our landing legs. You ever seen Spiral? No? Is that a game? I assume? You say seen. Is that a movie? 16 science, might as well. It's something. We're not going to get much from the moon, if I'm being honest. Do we have anything else that I can grab data-wise up here? Too high. Nope. And there's no atmosphere. Let's see. Goo. Can we get anything from the goo? Anything useful? 1.6. I'll take it, but it's not useful. Can't take a seismic until we're on the ground. Log temperature, is that useful? No, it is not, so let's reset. What about pressure data? Nope, still not useful. I'll take it. We'll try to get that data whenever we land back on Kerbal then. All good, and now we're descending. Sweet. It's an anime. Yeah, I haven't seen it. Unfortunately. I probably want to rotate this like so. Make it harder for us to tip over coming in this direction. All bueno. If only I had monopropellant on this thing and we could slow down with monopropellant. Accelerate time just a hair, because I don't want to start decelerating until we get pretty high up there. Dennis the Menace! I was wondering if that was Dennis's flag or Buck Wild's, because I generally see Buck Wild's flag all the time. Let's bring that speed on back down here in a second. Yep, retrograde and start slowing us down. We're still 10k off the ground. I can't slow down that quick. Where is it going to try to put us? Almost exactly on the equator. That's good for me. I'll wait another couple thousand meters and then we'll start slowing down. It's really similar to Death Note. I've never seen Death Note either. That was one that my friend in high school really liked. She read the animes all the time. Or not the animes, god, good job. All the mangas. Yeah, she read the anime, because that makes sense. People facepalm over the planet right there. We're still accelerating really fast. I'm starting to see texture, so I'm going to start decelerating. I don't know exactly when we're going to hit the ground. Probably sooner rather than later, so If I have 30 seconds of burn time, we should be able to bring this down. How much fuel do I have? 1,200. That's plenty. If we slow down fast enough, though, because I might actually be coming in too hot. This is going to be interesting. Oh. It doesn't want me to be fighting this right now, but it's okay. I'm trying to get vertical speed as well as slowing us down, if that wasn't apparent enough, so that we wouldn't come crashing straight into the surface. Gave us a little bit too much of vertical speed, but that's okay. 50. This looks pretty tranquil. How much electric charge? We have plenty. Let me put on our lights. Everything lights up. It's so pretty. Let me bring this down into vertical speed because we're still pretty high off the ground, and I don't need to be flying like that. I can see rocks, which is nice. 22. Oh yeah, we have plenty of fuel to get back. 22, 21, 20, 19. Sketchy. I do not like slowing these things down, ever. Especially on the dark side of planets when you can't see. We're going slow enough now that even if I hit the ground, it won't be catastrophic. It won't be great, but it won't be catastrophic. Still no lights. Where are the lights? Bam! There's the lights. That's what I need. 2 meters per second. Touchdown. Not bad. Let's take off RCS and SAS. Let's, Valentina. Let's transfer crew. Actually, I don't really need to transfer the crew capsules right there, but... Oh well, let's do it. Grab you. Run analysis. On the Moon Highlands. EVA, please. Thank you. Come on down. I don't have an extent... Okay, I guess I didn't have a ladder there, so I just fell from the electric thing, but you're alright. You're just fine there, aren't you? Take surface sample. 120 science. I'll take it. EVA report. There's nothing useful there. And plant flag. Take the Death Note book out of Death Note and you got Spiral. It's a really funny anime. Nice. Flag contractually. I can't spell that. That's not right. Contractually? I can't spell. Flag required. Dyslexia. It does that to you. Dyslexia and dysgraphia, but who cares? Seems like we're golden. Let's do that. RCS maybe. Grab. Might as well board, to be honest, because it doesn't matter which one I have you in. Transfer crew. Transfer Valentina up into the top capsule. We still have plenty of electric charge. Do I need to do anything on the ground? Can I get some seismic data? I can. Let's keep that experiment. And can I get anything from the mystery goo? Probably not, if I'm being honest. 2.1. I'll take it. Might as well. It's not much, but I'll take it. Everything else will do once we get to Kerbal. Close doors. Turn off our lights because we don't need them anymore. And back to Kerbal we go! There we go. 90 degrees. Oop! SAS. I did not realize that was a thing. Well, I did, but I didn't realize that it wasn't activated. What are you doing, SAS? What the fuck? Can you not? It's just deciding to go north for some reason. Okay, cool. After resetting it twice. That was almost frightening. Let's not have it just become sentient and doing its own thing. 6,000. That was kind of infuriating. That's the type of stuff that I can't handle when I'm not stoned. Because that's funny when I'm stoned. It's like, what's going on? Whenever I'm sober, I'm like, I can't fix this. It's fucking up. The game's fucking up. 8 million there, or not 8,000, 8 million. I wish 8 million. We'd be back to Kerbal. Hey, there are some more flags. Moon landing and Dennis the Menace. Is there any more? Where's that one? That was the one we just put. Flag required. And no others. I'll take it. Yeah, I thought Death Note kind of was based around the whole, like, it's a notebook that if your name is written in it or something, you die. I can't remember. My friend used to tell me all the time about it. I feel like an asshole because I can't remember her first name, and I would love to. I'd love to say it to make like the story more complete. Though I was in ROTC with her, JROTC, and I only remember her last name because we all called each other by our last names. It's one of those things that you did in ROTC. You had your little name tag. And I completely forgot what her first name is, and I feel so bad about it. I can remember her last name, but I don't really want to say her last name on stream because that's kind of fucked up. Let's bring that back down. I need to wait until we reach our apoapse. I don't want to be burning too high. Yeah, it's at 9,000 meters. That's fine. We're almost at... Only need about 100 more meters per second. We're almost at orbit speed. It's just, can we then accelerate to go back towards Kerbal? Because we are pretty damn close on the fuel level, if I'm being honest. Just barely run. Right as we get closer, accelerate like mad. 400 fuel. Oh, damn it, it keeps doing that. Just wait a few seconds again. Yeah, if you write someone's name in it, they died within 40 seconds due to a heart attack if the death isn't specified. Oh, see? I knew it had something to do with that. But yeah, I got the whole story breakdown almost every day. And I just, I almost keep saying her name too, and it's really bad. I don't want to say her last name on stream. But yeah, she was avid reader of that manga. She loved it. 20 seconds to go. I think I'll just barely be accelerating with like 5% thrust until we get there. Hey, we have a periapse. That's what I want. Wait until we get a little bit closer, and then I'll do 5% thrust again. I really want to keep this fuel. I think we only need like 200 fuel in order to throw us back at Kerbal, but I'm not certain on that. How high is that periapse now? 7,000. That is pretty much within reason, but I want to circularize it just a bit more. Like so. 8,000. I shouldn't hit the ground. Sweet. Now, we need to go back towards Kerbal. So add maneuver. Oops. Let's not do that. That was my bad. Bring that back down to where I'm not wasting fuel. Thank you. And then prograde right there. Like so. What's my periapse? 1.5 million. Can I bring that down by moving it, or do I need to add more fuel? That's about as low as it'll go. 5.9 million, so let's add a little bit more fuel. Try to bring this in for a nice fiery landing. We want our roasty bums. 600 meters per second. Can I bring it in a little? I can. 400. 300. Looks like 360 is about our lowest point right now. Let's add more fuel. 200. I need to bring it down to about 48. Looks like 60 is our lowest now. 60 and 50. 40. Cool. Let me bring that back a little bit. Like so. Perfect. 237. We should have enough fuel to do that. No problems. Now it's just going to be if we can re-enter without blowing up. Poor unstoned stone. Yep. Poor old me not being able to buy weed. Yeah, it really sucks. Like, I've paid all my bills this month, and usually after I pay my bills, well, besides my electric bill, because it hasn't come in yet, but after I pay all my bills, I usually see how much weed I have, and then I buy weed. And I have more than enough money, but my dealer's not in town. Such a problem. We're about 14 minutes till our maneuver node. I guess I could stay on prograde, because that's basically what we're doing. It's just 100% prograde. Or I could just stick to maneuver. That would work too. 14 seconds and we'll be there. But yeah, I have 300 bucks ready for my dealer. Whenever he gets back, he's gonna bring me a good amount of hash oil and a good amount of weed. And I will be stoned out of my mind for a good half month to a month. I try to buy in bulk because it's a lot cheaper. 300 bucks is a lot, but if you think about it, I usually buy over an ounce of weed. 9 seconds to go. Okay, cool. I usually buy over an ounce of weed, and if you bought an ounce of weed 1G at a time here, that would be like $500. So don't do that. Actually, it'd be 28 grams times $20, so it'd be, what, $560 to buy an ounce? If you were buying it $20 a G the entire way through, which would be ridiculous. Do not ever do that. You have a dealer that's screwing you over if you have to do that. 4 minutes, 3 minutes. Almost there. This will be our last landing and our last contract of the stream. But that's okay. Tomorrow I might have some weed. I don't even know what that is. What are we passing by? What is that altitude thing? Liscar's pod. Oh. Probably should have got rid of that, to be honest. We are 1 minute till our burn time. I probably want to bring this up a little bit more because it'll only take us about 40 seconds at most to get this maneuver done. And let's go. On to Kerbal. Oh wow, that's actually going to be a lot quicker of a burn than I thought it was. Just bring my fuel down. We won't waste it as quick. Example, Greenleaf dies from being struck by lightning at 12:35 p.m. as he walks outside. Nice. Yeah, I get the whole premise of Death Note. I never got into it. It's, for me, I'm very specific on my animes, and I don't know why. It's just, if I get into them, I am a crazy fan. If I can't get into it, then there's just no hope. Like, even if I try, there's just no hope. 12 seconds. Oh yeah, we have enough fuel. Sweet. Increase this a little bit so that we stay closer to our maneuver node. And like, bam. Yeah. Bam, we're going into a cooking show again. Bam, add those seasonings. 0.00 meters per second. That's good enough on me. In fact, that's probably the best I've ever done. Let's see if it's correct. Yep, 47,000. We're going home. Pretty good. I have to accelerate like crazy to get away from the moon, but that's okay. Oh shit, don't accelerate too fast because it will get a little sketchy. 10 million, 9 million. As we accelerate, I'm gonna have to bring the time acceleration down because it's gonna freak me the hell out. Down a little bit. Nah, we're still at 5 million. Down a little bit. There we go. 2 million. 1.5. 1 million. And now bring it down to a reasonable speed. Sweet. Cool. This has been a pretty good stream. I haven't rage quit today. I almost did while we were coming off of the moon because for some reason SAS decided that it wanted to just go north for some reason. Not really. That's just, it was trying to go up on the nav ball, and I'm directing that as north, even though it's not north at all. Besides that little glitch, it seems like we've had a pretty reasonable stream. 150,000. I'll probably flip us around at 100,000. We have enough fuel that I could bring down our speed just fine. Yeah, this is gonna be a little bit of a toasty run, but it's okay. I'm coming in at 48, right? 47, 48? Yeah, so it shouldn't be that toasty. Let me rotate us. We might blow up a lamp or two because they might get a little hot, but that's okay. If you break a light bulb landing a spacecraft on Earth, I think that's acceptable. Breaking a light bulb is reasonable. Alright, let's just start decreasing our speed ever so slightly. Actually, I should wait, because if I do that now, it's going to bring our periaps down, isn't it? How fast does it bring it down? It does, but not fast. Okay, now I'm going to leave it at that, so we are just barely starting to decelerate. Once we hit under 60,000, I'll max it out, and we'll start trying to bring this down for an actual encounter. 50,000. We only have about 10,000 more to go. Sweet. Let's start bringing it down. With this amount of fuel, I suspect that it'll bring us down maybe 200, 300 meters per second, and then it's going to get hot, because we're going to be dragging along the atmosphere for a while. Roasty bums is a completely different thing than what this is. This is cooking their bums. Valentina is going to have a 100% medium rare bum. 49. It should drop to like 45, maybe to 43 at the lowest. And we're out of fuel. Let's see if this works. This is going to be a hot aero brake. We're almost at about 100. Ooh, this is what I'm talking about. It's going to be hot, and I have no monopropellant. In a second, we should start to come back up, because we're about to hit our periaps, right? 30. Ooh, shit. That means we're going to have over a minute of heating. This is going to be close. Let's see if we can actually slow down enough to where it's not going to explode anything, but I don't know, honestly. This one's kind of sketchy. 2,600 meters per second is a little fast to be coming into the atmosphere. We're almost at our periaps, so we're not going to be hitting denser atmosphere than we already are, but yeah, this is toasty to say the least. 10 meters per second vertical speed, and our light just went off, so it's not scaring us anymore. 5 meters per second, 0 meters per second, and we're coming back up in the atmosphere. Cool, so this is going to be one hell of an aero brake. It might bring us all the way down, depending on what our apoapse is. Yep, it might bring us all the way down to a landing, but I'm not certain. We will see. You're back. Well, welcome back, Fun Bun. Unfortunately, we might call quits to the stream here pretty soon. What the hell is that? What is... Oh. There's splashdown debris. Oh, it's just a relay. Okay, so that's just a broken piece, I guess. Probably, considering there's multiples. We are still climbing, almost at 100 meters per second, so we're not doing too bad, but our speed's coming down. Our apoapse should flip here in a second, and we'll have that confirmed by a radical camera change. We'll see. Slowing down, we're almost about to start coming back down towards Kerbal. We're under 100 meters per second again. Let's just see if it can... We have about 9,000, 8,000 meters of vertical speed before we exit the atmosphere. So we should be able to keep slowing down for a while. Hi, then bye. Are you leaving me, Buckwild? We're still not within... interesting. We might actually go for a full-blown orbit, because we're about to break out of the atmosphere. Nope, there's the radical camera change. So we are coming down for a landing. Interesting. Valentina, just keep it stable, then. Do your best. I wonder... Just adding another tally mark on the episode counter. Let's see here. Run atmosphere analysis. It seems there's very little atmosphere up in these altitudes. I would get nothing. So, reset. It's not worth it. Can we get any science from pressure and temperature data? Nope. I'll just wait then. We're still decelerating, and we're still within that atmosphere, so we're good. The radical camera angle change means that we are definitely coming down for a landing. It's just how long is it going to take? No, not yet? Well, good, because the stream's about to be over, man. It'd suck if you missed the last, like, 5 minutes. Almost there. Actually, I think we've had... Hell yeah, we had a pretty good watch time this whole stream. We had 15 people for a while, and then it dwindled to 12 for another, like, hour and a half, and then it's gone down to 6, but that's all good. I said this is going to be the last part of the stream, so I'm sure people started jumping. Jump ship! The entertainment's about to be gone! We are less than, I would say, 70 meters per second going vertically, so we should, any moment now, start to come down again. I almost want to time accelerate. We can do, like, physical time acceleration, right? We can indeed. Vertical speed is dropping. 10 meters per second. 5 meters per second. And we're being sucked back towards Kerbal. Sweet. Which means we are descending. That's what I want to see. And we're about to see more atmospheric drag. Once we start seeing the fireball effect again, I will take off our time acceleration. Should be in about 2,000 meters. Because we're still going very fast, and the atmosphere is starting to show up. Or 3,000 meters, maybe? I thought it was within... Okay, there it is. Thought it was within 50,000, but I wasn't certain. Ah, nice swig of water. Though, unfortunately, it is awkwardly silent right now, so that probably wasn't a good timing, but who cares? Speed is once again slowly coming down. This is where it's going to get interesting. Are we going to generate too much heat? Holy crap, no wonder we're so heavy. Wow, I didn't realize that I had 1600 heat shield. Well, I could have brought that down a little bit. Might have been easier to slow us down if we didn't weigh a ton. 40,000 starting to come on in. Let's see if we're going to see those heat build up here in just a second. Yes, no, maybe so. We're under 42,000. Vertical speed is still climbing. Technically, it should be climbing at like 9.8 meters per second, but who knows? You're a freaking meteor! Yep. Pretty much. We're doing good, though. Generally speaking. We don't even have heat buildup yet. And I'm sure it's going to correct me right after I say that, but we don't even have heat buildup yet. We're about to start getting some serious drag. Our G-force is about half a G. We're now in dense atmosphere. Dense atmosphere starts at 35,000. Really, it starts at like 25,000, but yeah. 35 is when it starts getting pretty obvious. There's our heat buildup. I'm surprised that didn't occur a lot sooner. We have 30 monopropellant. Do I have... Oh, I have no controllers on that. What is that? I have so much stuff splashed down. 27,000. We are quickly coming down. Our speed is actually reasonable, though. 1,400. We're going to do a tumble because Valentina isn't going to be able to keep this thing perfectly stable. I could help her, but I don't know if I want to be honest. She can do this on her own. You think this is the most you've ever seen it on fire? Yeah, this was a pretty long re-entry, if I'm being honest. They had some roasty bums. 800. Actually, Valentina's doing amazing at not having this thing flip upside down yet. Get our landing legs down, even though we're not going to use them, just in case. I'd much rather have them break off than anything else. Let's turn on our lights, because why not? And I guess we could even start deploying our chutes, if I wanted. Yeah, we'll wait a little bit, because we're still 13,000. That would be a little early, just saying. 11,000. I'll probably activate the chutes around 5,000 meters or so. I think that's where they're set to 2,500 meters. Okay, well then I'll activate them about then. We seem to be doing pretty well. Let me grab the atmospheric analysis. Bam, 2.3. Not that it's worth it. And then we'll grab some of this. Log seismic data. Never mind, because you have some from the moon. Log pressure data. Sure, that is useless. Log temperature data. Sure. And about 1,000 more meters. Bam! Bam! Though the top parachutes won't actually open until we reach 1,000 meters, I would much rather have them open now. Let's see here. Review. Yeah, I can't get any from here, so let's keep that experiment. And down we go, ever so gently. Actually, 10 meters per second is not that gentle. Well, I hope this thing doesn't weigh a ton. Can I jettison these? I can. Jettison 9.3. That did bring it down. Is it going to explode? They're always made out of something explosive. Nope. They just splashed down this time around. We seem to be okay. But this is going to be a lot of speed hitting the water. We're hitting at... Oop, DivX has a update. I don't need to know that. We have 9.2 meters per second, which is honestly too much. We're probably going to break some shit. Valentina, I hope you don't die, because that would be the most ridiculous way I could have ever killed you. It's not like we can detach the power banks or anything. 100 meters. Oh, please don't blow up. Please don't blow up. Looks like I'm going to be landing in the water. Yep. As long as I don't blow up, I'll be happy. I don't mind landing in the water. Just I honestly think I'm going to blow up. Or at least break off this bottom capsule, which is not what I want to do. 8.9 meters per second. Oh, it broke. But Valentina's alive. I'll take it. It's not the way I was planning to land, but I'll take it. Recover the vessel. We should have still got some of that science. Not a lot of it, but we did get the most amount of science was from the surface sample, 120 science, so I'll take it. Hang on, heavy landing incoming, pretty much. But they survived! Thankfully, that would have been the worst way to kill Valentina. Grab all of that, get some money back, and BAM! We have $1.1 million again. We have an insane amount of research that we've gone through. I am pretty fucking happy with this. What else? I guess we'll just buy that while we're here. Sweet! All the more. Now we're gonna need 1,000 science to start unlocking this stuff, but that's cool. We are once again moving forward, and today I didn't rage quit, so I'm happy. Thank you all so much for watching, and man, that sucks in a lot. Or sunk in a lot. Hell yeah, it did. But thank you all so much for watching. I will probably be streaming Kerbal again tomorrow, but I'm not certain on that. It depends. If I get weed, it'll be Minecraft. If I don't get weed, it'll be Kerbal, and it'll probably be another short stream. But I should have weed by Friday, no problem. So, past that, thank you all once again for watching, and I will see y'all tomorrow!